Um, I tried watching some of that uh, the flipping show. Yeah. Um, but yeah, and somebody apparently stealing my trying to steal my logo, my clothesman name was on his group. Uh, yeah, it might throw him off at all. Oh, that might be Bill Gorman. It wasn't me. Mine is Clovis Man Archaeology, not the Clovis Man. Somebody trying to steal my name, cash in on Bill Gorman. So, but yeah, I thought I watched Sasha. Sasha was all about fishermen, fishing. No, no. Why did he pick Lubbock, Texas for his station? Because there's archaeology near there that he could search for. Why did he go to Santa Fe? Because there's archaeology near there. His arrowhead, his most precious possession, his arrowhead, the archaeology is his favorite pastime. If I could find a Clovis point in the ribs of a mammoth, and I mean, it's a 6-foot Clovis point. You got to be blind, and not only blind, you got to be pretty damn stupid not to see that that's a 6-foot Clovis point. And I better put it on the screen. I've showed it so many times, but oh, when trying to teach people that know nothing, trying to teach something to people that know nothing is very difficult. And if you're intelligent and you know the stuff, it's very frustrating. It's like, man, this is so easy. What's wrong with it? There got to be something wrong with their brain. They don't understand that this is what's important. The archaeology was what's important to them. See my refrigerator? I put a notice over there. He's on my fridge. And I got my Clovis man up there. But it's the archaeology, the San Lazaro Pueblo. He had spare time. He'd go out there and be digging for his treasures, looking for arrowheads, looking for pottery. Decline. Okay, they're going to have to leave a message. Somebody see me online. You see me online? Don't freaking call me. Don't call me just because you see me. I'm live streaming, dum-dums. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know anybody in Washington that would be calling me. So if you're, planning on calling me, give me a heads up. I'm calling from area code, whatever. When you see that, it's me. I'm pretty sure that call from Washington was some type of telemarketing call, but my phone hasn't rang for 4 days, and I go on to do a live stream. It starts ringing. It's like, who the hell's doing this? It disrupts my whole conversation. So I was looking for my Clovis Point picture, and the Clovis Point. But speaking of archaeology, I mean, my one picture that I have, this one I'm going to show you. That one there, man. If you don't see an eye and a chin and a face, actually the face, the nose here, this is a elephant head, mammoth head, and a trunk coming down. But there's other faces. There's this face up here. There's a face down here. There's a face. There's faces all the way around this one looking at it. Okay, that's archaeology. That is the stuff that's Forrest Fenn's Viagra right there. Archaeology. So, and I can't understand people. Oh, I can't see it. You know, come on now. You gotta be a special kind of retard not to see a face in that. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. That's the way I feel it is. And I can't believe some archaeologists. Oh, that's better. No, it is not, you stupid. You misunderstand what that. This is psychedelic Clovis art. They were deeply into ayahuasca. Ayahuasca. I mean, and their rituals and their Ida peyote and all that. Forrest Fenn talks about Guana Parker. Went to the Indian church, the Church of Peyote, you know. They're so busy drinking their wine and beer and stuff that they don't realize there are other things that'll make you feel good. Yeah. Oh, I don't know where that is. Can I hate this one. My Corel programs, when you go to open a file, it doesn't let you search for the file. It's like, God, put the search window up there. Come on, you stupid. I have 40,000 files. I want to make it easy for me. I don't want to go looking through all my folders and trying to, oh, where was that one? I got a certain name on it. And that would make it a lot easier to find. So, what do I call it? Oh, no. Well, I've got it in my other program here. Trying to manage 20, 30,000 pictures. And trying to find a particular one is not easy. Not easy. You have to sort them into files or folders that send you in the direction of that particular design. You gotta come up with a different name for each formation so that you can go right to that picture. And I've put it and the computer is just like, okay, I'm not looking in the right folder area because I've got my Forrest Fenn, my Clovis, Mammoth Temple folders, my all that, you know, all different because the Forrest Fenn hunt has turned into something. So the pictures that relate to the pictures in Forrest Fenn's book, I have in a Fenn folder, but the ones that aren't that are just part of the Mammoth Temples, I have in a folder for the Mammoth Temples. It's not in my Forrest Fenn folder because it's not something that's in his book. But I have several sites and formations that are directly from his book. Enough that, you know, if you got one or two, that might be some type of confirmation bias, they call it, you know. But when you got 10, 12, 14 of the images from his book or the things that he mentions in the book, when you have that many of the formations matching his stories, it's no longer confirmation bias. It's confirmation time, you know. Hey, Steve. So, Oh, where is that? There, we should get to it that way. Okay, everything under Clovis. And it should get me my blazing. It might be under blaze. Dang it. Because it's a blaze too, you know. These symbols in the rock, they're signs. A sign, a blaze is a sign. There's how can anybody question that? Somebody debunked that. That somebody tried. My critics and stuff debunked that a blaze is simply a sign. Some of them are road signs actually. There's a couple of road signs that are pretty much blazes. Point out certain spots. Oh, where is that blaze? Yeah, the one picture you're trying to find is the one you cannot find. And that's why, another reason when you're looking for the treasure, you get to a point. If you're expecting to find the treasure, you're not going to find it. But if you're casually looking around for it while you're exploring, you'll probably find it. Jimmy Fast, I can't block your ass from put user in timeout. There. Okay. Now we're gonna go, since Jimmy Fast is coming in and spreading his BS, Mr. Hater. We'll go to I'll show you, Mr. Jimmy Fast. But this is where I put it up here. Where is it? Man. Well, I know who I sent it to. Jeez. You try and find things on computers. It's just a mess. But, new. 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 Well, we sent it to scroll. Oh, we got to load more now. It's gonna, you scroll. Oh, it's got to load more, and then it jumps. And so, really. Can't stand trying to find something like that. It's yeah, I know I messaged it to somebody. Old screenshot. Yeah. But yeah, Forrest Fenn's in archaeology. The fishing is something he did when he was a kid. If you go to his, look at the pictures of his house. If he's so much more into fishing than archaeology, then you'd think there'd be fish hanging fish trophies and fishing poles hanging on his walls. No, you look at his house. How many fish trophies are hanging on his walls? None at all. So, what's important to Forrest Fenn is the I can't believe that. Is the archaeology, the arrowheads, finding things, the thrill of finding it, and receiving that message from thousands of years back in time. When I found these mammoth, and I see these people, they're standing there going like this, and it's like nobody waved back to them for 14,000 years, you know? And it's like receiving a letter that's been lost in the mail for 14,000 years. Oh, geez. Yeah. And, oh, where did I put it on here? So, yeah, the archaeology and all that is much more important to Forrest Fenn. And they're still drawing that imaginary line at Colorado border. New Mexico warm waters halt there, but Colorado doesn't use that term. And so, you know, it's like obsolete here, but the warm waters, of course, go up further into Colorado to the hot spring. And trying to find that dang image. There it is. There it is. There it is. Let's show this again. I've shown it before. So this is from Jimmy Fast. Hey, loser. I know nobody sees this, but you will get a new solve, you piece of shit. Okay. That's what, you know, the gypsy hitman there. You know, the gypsies, they're sending me kisses, obviously, you know. Yeah. Yeah, that's Jimmy Fast. I mean, the guy, that, nobody, who do you know with a last name Fast? You know? His last name is really P.O.S. Yeah. You know, that's what I deal with, and I gotta, you know. So, yeah, you get a hater like that, and you want to send the hate right back to him. You know? That little piece of crap. And now he'd be probably changing his YouTube name and all that, you know? Because that's not his real name. I'm not hiding anything. My real name is Bill Gorman. Forrest Fenn, his real name's Forrest Fenn. You know, we don't go around lying about our names. I don't have to pretend that I'm some imaginary person, you know. And I got to go. Oh yeah, I did my pictures yesterday, and the easiest way to find that, I got it right here on my posted on it. But I found some very interesting stuff in my pictures. There. Okay, like, oh, here we go. This is one of one formation I found. You know, we got this little colored thing here I use for a pointer. How did he get back in there? Well, I put him on a timeout. I think he's a hacker. He's a hacker, if anything. I put him on timeout, and he. But what we got here, I saw this looks like a person standing there with their arms out here. But what are these? What are these posts here? I wonder. What are these posts? And then I see right here this curving up. This is an elephant trunk. This is an elephant head. These are his front legs coming up. That elephant's like leaning on his back and his head up here and his trunk coming up. And I have another version. I took it and cut it out and recolored the elephant. So you can see the elephant. I turned him pink, So that's an elephant, but this is an elephant head here too. This is the trunk coming down, and there's this is I guess I switched to the next picture, but this is the whole form, and each one of these are figures. There's we can't zoom. I'm not in a program I can zoom in, but you see, it gets to. I thought I had my my shot from far away, but yeah, that's the guy, and I guess they're playing with his mammoth, and you see his mouth open here, and he's got somebody in his arms. You see their legs. The mammoth trunk is part of their legs too. That's how it blends. One design will blend right into another. And like there are probably people on the mammoth. I know there's a figure. See, this is a head of somebody here. And he's got arms wrapped around the mammoth, hugging the mammoth too. So there's a mammoth, but there are human figures on top of it. It's 3-dimensional. I call it 4-dimensional because there are different things in the. But I got another formation there. Oh, let me get onto here and home history. Oh, my channel. There. Now I gotta do that. And here we go. Boom. What here? Add one, remove, report, put user in timeout, remove, report, go, hide user. Hiding him doesn't hide. It only hides him from me. Yeah, I have some. Whoopi hit one of my keywords, so I had to approve her comment. Or is Big Whoopi a her? I don't know. When there's Whoopi Star that's a her, then but yeah, that guy. For 300 seconds. Now, how are them other people blocking me completely from their channels? That's, because I go to put a comment up, they have to block you every 300 seconds. 300 seconds, 60 seconds to a minute. So that's like, 5 minutes or something, What are you going to do with that? That doesn't do much. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like them. You know, if you're using a fake name, you're a fake person. And how does anybody using a fake name get any credibility at all? None at all. People try and discredit me, and based on nothing. He's under the RV sleeping. If I went out there and stuck the camera under there, you'd see him down there. Um, his leader he's got a 25-foot thing that slides all down the side, and he can come all the way in. He can come in the RV or whatever. But if you let him run loose out here, so we'll just turn him loose. Yeah, if I turn him loose, you gonna pay the vet bill when he gets bit by a rattlesnake? Yeah, you know. Out on my land, I let him run around during the winter months and all before the snakes come out. But I'm not gonna let him run around and learn what a snake is by getting bit. You know. Oh, you're not being a good dog owner by tying him up. It's like, no, I'm watching out for him. Yeah, he's got the pretty blue eyes, and like on my picture, I turn up the saturation a little, make him even bluer. You know, he's such a good dog. He listens to me, you know. When I got him off his leash and I go out to unlatch the door to close, I tell him to stay in, and he stays. He obeys pretty much, except when he's off his leash and running loose outside for a while and onto some rodent or something gone down in a hole. I'll never know what spooked him. But if it was a porcupine, I'd have known. If it was a skunk, I might have known. But the other things are, you know, mountain lions, bobcats, bears. So I think it was one of the three of those. If it was a mountain lion, I think it might have chased him. A bear wouldn't really care to chase him, you know. Bear probably run away, but nothing came after. I didn't hear anything come after him. He probably went and stuck his head in some hole and saw a mountain lion in there sleeping and freaked out. You know, because I think the mountain lions are more active at night, and that's when the rabbits are all prancing around and stuff. No, there was nobody else there. There was no other car parked within a mile of mine. You know, I'm not in a city. You're in the wilderness here, and when you go out there, there's nobody there a lot of time. Some search areas by the creek and by the river, you find there be fishermen in the river, but you get back in the woods there, 100 feet back in the woods from the river, and there's nobody there. Nobody sees you, and there was nobody up where I was. It is a place you can walk into without doing any climbing. The worst might be a 1 foot step up over with this one rock. But it's more like, you know, going over some stairs. You know, if he can climb half a flight of stairs, I'm pretty sure his house is 2 stories. But okay, now the other David Cooper. Someone like oh yeah, there's some. I got archaeologists interested in seeing my sites, so you know, uh, some couch potato treasure hunters and stuff. You know, they might not see it, but people that are in the into finding stuff like this, they want to see it. You know, and I noticed some of the people you see that are like you know, on TV, the TV archaeologists and stuff. The phew, like Graham Hancock, you know, he doesn't care about anybody else's discoveries. He reads a lot from books and stuff. He's not into investigating new discoveries. He's only into reporting on what's already known and out there. And there's nothing really new, you know. And some of them, if you know, you try and say, "Hey, look at this," they, "Oh, don't show your stuff on my page." You know, not even in a, you can't even show a comment. "Hey, I found one that looks something like that here," you know. And they, because all they're interested in is their dollars coming in from their giving people tours of stuff that anybody can give them a tour of, that you can just go to the park and walk around yourself. It's already been published and stuff. And they present themselves as a discovering archaeologist when all they're doing is rehashing what's already, you know, been published by other people. And if you try and look up the site that I have here, well, I'm going to look that up. And you're not listening. This is a new discovery. It's not published. You won't find anything about any of this in any journal anywhere. It's not written yet. I'm writing it, okay? And then when I do, then there'll be the flocks will come. But yeah, if somebody wants a tour of the Mammoth temples, hey, how about $1,000? You know, I'll give you a tour from one end to. I mean, this stuff covers. I got over 70 miles of stuff. You know, so I got stuff here, and there's stuff up in the mountain, but the stuff here, some of the stuff here is just as exciting as what's in the mountain. There's that guy with the mammoth head. Second-hand glasses, right? They don't have second-hand glasses, Bruce. Bruce is my brother. Yeah, they like to hide lots of these journals about ancient history from the public and hide artifacts in basements for some reason. Yeah, for that much I can do meals. But like I'd charge my brother. Yeah, sure. I don't think so. Yeah, I was watching it. I was listening to a podcast yesterday. I switched from the YouTube, and my Verizon plan don't really work tethering the YouTube to the tablet and stuff. And so because they give you 75 gigabytes of data to your phone, but they only let you have 20 gigabytes of data tethered to your computer or your tablet that you have attached to it. Even though you have no landline available or anything, I live mobile, and so my data needs are mobile 100% of the time. Yeah, that's a 45, and I got hollow points in it. So yeah, it's enough for a bear. Brown bear is there's no grizzlies here. Yeah, those yeah, the one Breen was it Breen Forrest? No, it was one of the other ones. One of those other archaeologists removed me from his group because in a comment, I shared a image of it because it's only about him. It's only about him and his tours. Nothing. No, we're not about archaeology. And when you're trying to get your site recognized, you run into a lot of ignorance, just like the treasure hunt. There's a lot of ignorant people that don't listen. This first thing that gives a fan. Yeah. Let me see. So I had this other spot. We'll switch around. See here, all of this up here. This is a whole group. This is people all the way across. There's face there, head there, head there. These are just people standing here, all the way across. I got some closer ones. Oh, let's do the full screen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you get my reflection too. See, this is a head in here. Actually, these are this. You're looking at 14,000 years. These guys over on the end are easy to see. See his arms are folded in front of him, but his arms, you like a shoulder and an arm is like an elephant head and trunk. So a lot of times the shoulders will be elephants. Rhinos, I don't think there were any North American rhinos that I know of, but some of the mammoths may look like rhinos. But the other thing about here, look at the bottom. See these stones down here? They were laid in there. And you see there's heads here, people, and there's stones. And you see this is one, you see the mammoth head and trunk is the shoulder of this guy. Next picture. Okay. Yeah, this you see down in the bottom, these stones in the bottom, it's like there was probably an indent under the cliff, a hollow in there, and they got a wall, built this stone wall around it. So I'm wondering if there's inside there, if there's some hollow. You can clearly see this head here. There's a face there, and another one there. There's a in here. There's figures all over, but this again is where I'm camped right now, which is not really my search area. Look at him. So you can see these are heads. These are human heads all across here. Oh, there's a neat petroglyph. I hear this thing. I don't know what that is. There's faces down here. This is a human figure. Here's a mammoth trunk coming down. Here's another. Look at her. See, here's a woman and a man, I guess. There's a woman back here. Somebody back there. Click next picture. Oh, yeah, my... So here's going across the whole thing. Now, she's real clear to see, you know? And she's holding it's a baby or something there. I use a finer pointer. This little thing here, this is a baby here, and this is a woman holding this baby and this papoose. There's humans and mammoths. They're pretty obvious to me. See this person down here's the head and the arm reaching out. She's got a couple of breasts, whatever. There's her head. This guy's really cool. So, it's about archaeology. The people with the brown being trout and all that, that's how he did when he was a kid and all that, and he enjoyed it. And he might go out to these places. When I see fishermen come down to the river to fish, they're there maybe 2 hours tops, and they're gone. They catch, a whole stringer full of fish in 2 hours, and they're out of there. You got a limit. You can only fish so much. You can't fish all day. This area, you can go fishing, and there's all this archaeology there. Tea time. Fanatic coffee mug. It's called Fanatic Brown Trout coffee mug. So yeah, I'm going to go. I think today I'm going to explore that one mammoth figure, that statue thing with a mammoth with his trunk going up and all that. I'm going to go get a closer look at that. And these ones I just showed you and get some closer pictures. These pictures were taken from, 300 yards away. So, and I bring Jack with me, and got to watch out for rattlesnakes. This is where I picked one up here and took it up. I got up in the mountains to my campsite, and it was hanging out of my hubcap. The tail was hanging out of the valve stem hole in my hubcap. So I took the hubcap out, and there's a dead rattlesnake. He was 2.5, 3 feet long, and wasn't a very big one. And I put him on my shoulder and got a picture with me and the rattlesnake. I didn't want him coming back to life, that's for sure. Yeah, the dogs I saw here were they had white. There was still white fur on them and stuff. I got pictures of them. That was 2016. I found that here, and there are no bones left here now of it. Kind of. Yeah, them sheep. It was like them sheepdog. It was them white sheepdog like things, and they almost look like Great Pyrenees. The picture of the dogs they had there was they looked like nice dogs, and I could show. Oh, get out of here! Escape! Yeah. The pictures I took of that. Let's see. We'll go here. July. Took a picture of that sign. That won't be hard to find. It was in my pictures from yesterday. I took 550 pictures yesterday. And rotate it that way. And I'll show you that sign. Livestock protection dogs in use. I guess these dogs will run off coyotes and stuff. They're a little bigger than the coyotes. Please avoid. Okay. We'll use the zoom on the computer instead of the phone. Try to outrun the dogs. Hide or ride your all-terrain mountain bike into. Don't try and outrun the dogs. Okay. The dogs, I think they're just trained to chase off coyotes and not humans. Stop and dismount if mountain biking. Put your bike between you and the dog. Walk your bike until you are well past the sheep. Keep your distance from the flock. Keep your dogs leashed at all times. Watch the protection dogs and the herder. Remain calm and quiet if dogs approach. Okay? So they're not dangerous dogs. The sheep herd, they don't kill their sheep herders. Sheep operators use dogs to manage and protect their sheep by scaring off predators. Dogs are here to protect the sheep. If you do not appear to threat the sheep, appear to be a threat to the sheep, many times the dogs will just watch you. So yeah, the dogs are protecting the sheep. So if you're not out to harm the sheep, these dogs won't harm you. But yeah, this area isn't my search area. The artifacts I find up here are very interesting and all finish, but he says this would be considered a desert area. He said it's not in a desert, this is a high valley and grassland and stuff, but it's a desert. It's not a forest. It's in a forest. It's a place designated forest. Home Brown is in a forest. It's private property, and they got security there, and you shouldn't mess with them. If you want to get onto the Home Brown, you can probably rent one of the homes or cabins they have as a vacation rental, and it's a sportsman's paradise kind of place. So just don't shoot at the rocks and the sculptures. Don't destroy them. So yeah, the whole thing that fishing is his life is BS. Sorry, Sasha. That's the truth. The archaeology and that precious arrowhead, his first arrowhead he found. Those are the things that are important. I had some things I found. I had a meteorite I found, and I kept it in my safe. And if I didn't keep it in my safe, I'd still have my arrowhead. So, yeah, I think if you get a safe, lock the safe up with a bag of dog poop in it and hide your money under the mattress. And let everybody know where the safe is. They come in and they take the safe and they miss the money. You know? So, yeah, when my safe was stolen in Florida, I had like $8,000 in it. And whoever took my safe moved my guns out of the way to get to the safe. And I knew a guy who hated guns and was my prime suspect. And he wouldn't have anything to do with guns. Any other thief would have taken the guns. You know, I had my class ring and my screws that were out of my ankle. I kept them so nobody would say I was missing them. Yeah, the fishing and all that. And I think I've had about enough here. People are tuning out, and it's getting close to an hour. So I think that's about enough. I want to go exploring some of this. And I'm sweating just sitting here today. It's kind of humid today. I think we got some tropical clouds come up, probably from Baja up here or something. It's humidity, 36%, and normally it's like 20. So yeah, that's humid here. 36%. 76 degrees outside, 77.5 inside. So yeah, it's a little cooler outside. It's cloudy. I'll show you. Yeah. Show you what kind of day it is here. And there's Jackie. There's Jack. You're a silly dog, Jack. So, yeah, it's kind of a cloudy day. I'm going to go along. You see, before I hiked over here and up there. I'll turn this around so you're forward. I went over there and up there, and I hiked up to the top of that, and I seen a rattlesnake right about there, and that's 8,400 feet. But I hadn't gone down the road that goes back in there, because when I was here the first few times, there was a big dip that was for four-wheelers and not cars and RVs. But now there's an RV like mine that's just over the hill over there. But a lot of this formation is around this this thing here, and it goes around. And I seen some stuff. I mean, this all looks like natural rock formations and stuff. But I seen a spot that back in underneath behind them rocks is stone blocks that look like they're cut. I mean, there's joints. It looks like them precision cut blocks that you can't fit a piece of paper between, you know? So, you know, it's those type of blocks, and they're underneath. It's like these rocks that we see here were poured, or they're concrete, over the top of the and you know, it makes you wonder if there are chambers, tombs inside these rock cliffs. I mean, that's what they do in Egypt and stuff. And they'd have to have some ground penetrating stuff to see if there's hollows underneath. And yeah, I went, see, up this road, goes up this and I went back around that and up in there. And these formations are on both sides going back in there. And you see, like, those all along those, but the ones I want to get to are right around the other side of that. I want to get up in there and look at those. Yeah, I shot my wet ammo, destroyed it. They all fired. All the wet bullets fired. Winchester